My mother had taught me that the only thing you could depend on was your faith, and I had that. I now know that experience comes to us for a purpose, and if we follow the guidance of the Spirit within us, we will probably find that the purpose is a good one. God makes each of us unique in ways that go much deeper. I believe that we have to come together, and we have to rely on the goodness of each other. A lot of my strength came from my upbringing. History definitely should be taught the way it happened, good, bad, or ugly. The person that impacted my life the most would have to have been my father because he shaped me into who I am today. Don't follow the path. Go where there is no path and begin the trail. When you start a new trail equipped with courage, strength, and conviction, the only thing that can stop you is you. Once my school was integrated, and I was there with white kids and a few black kids, it really didn't matter to us what we looked like. When you start a new trail equipped with courage, strength, and conviction, the only thing that can stop you is you. Each and every one of us is born with a clean heart. Our babies know nothing about hate or racism, but soon they begin to learn, and only from us. We keep racism alive. We pass it on to our children. We owe it to our children to help them keep their clean start. Racism is a form of hate. We pass it on to our young people. When we do that, we are robbing children of their innocence. If kids have the opportunity to come together to get to know one another, they can judge for themselves who they want their friends to be. All children should have that choice. We, as adults, shouldn't make those choices for children. That's how racism starts. Racism is a grown-up disease, and we must stop using our children to spread it. Never judge people by the color of their skin. I wanted to use my experience to teach kids that racism has no place in hearts and minds. I wish there were enough marshals to walk with every child as they face the hatred and racism today, and to support, encourage them the way these federal marshals did for me. I think that racism is ugly and so unfair, and I believe that we all need one another. Evil isn't prejudiced. It doesn't care what you look like. It just wants a place to rest. It's up to you whether you give it that place. My message is really that racism has no place in the hearts and minds of our children. Evil looks like you, and I know what evil looks like, and I know that it comes in all shades and colors. From age 7 to about 37, I had a normal life and not a very easy one. Please God, forgive these people, because even if they say those mean things, they don't know what they're doing. We have tolerance, respect, and equality in our written laws, but not in the hearts of some of our people. The only bad thing about burning your bridges behind you is that the world is round. I like to share my story with children, and they are amazed by the story. All of our schools should be good enough to attract a healthy racial mix, which I believe leads to the most effective learning for everybody. Wisdom is a gift but has nothing to do with age. That was probably the case with me. We may not all be equally guilty, but we are all equally responsible for building a decent and just society. None of our kids come into the world knowing anything about disliking one another. The people I passed every morning as I walked up the school steps were full of hate. They were white, but so was my teacher, who couldn't have been more different from them. I do think that some people are born as old souls. It looked like diamonds, rubies, emeralds. He could think of nothing beautiful which it did not resemble. We all have a common enemy, and it is evil. I had never seen a white teacher before, but Mrs. Henry was the nicest teacher I ever had. Schools should be diverse if we are to get past racial differences.